Hello, my name is Reggie. I'm a microeconomics instructor for Argosy Online University, and this is my contact information. This video has been prepared with a very special purpose. It's for the course ECO 202 Microeconomics, and specifically, this video aid has been developed to help students with the writing assignment for Module 4, Assignment 2. So let's get started. This is what that assignment looks like. You're given a spreadsheet, and the spreadsheet includes for output levels from 0 up to 10 units. You're given average fixed cost, average variable cost, average total cost, and you're given the price. And you're asked to calculate the marginal cost. You're asked to calculate the total revenue, and you're asked to calculate the marginal revenue. Now, after you've completed the table, you're asked to prepare a chart that shows the average fixed costs, the variable costs, the total costs, and marginal revenue and marginal cost. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, if you try copying this spreadsheet online and pasting it into Microsoft Excel, you can do that, and it looks like it works, but you'll get an error message. You may have discovered that in last week's assignment. You'll get an error message because when you copy this, it looks like $315, but to Microsoft Excel it looks like a dollar sign, a bunch of spaces, and a number, and Microsoft Excel can't work with that. And so in order to work with it, we have to create our own spreadsheet with our own numbers. And I've done that. Let me show you. This is what it looks like. Now, the numbers here are incorrect. This is a demonstration table. So the numbers are different from the ones that are in this assignment. But I have created a spreadsheet for you, and at the same location where you obtained this video, downloaded this video from, you'll find a clean spreadsheet that you can use that has the correct numbers. And what you'll have to do is complete the rest of these numbers to complete the assignment. So, bearing in mind, this is a demonstration and not an actual set of numbers that you'll be using. Let's take a look at how we complete this. We have everything that we need here to calculate marginal cost, but it's not real straightforward. And so what I did was I created two new columns that you didn't see in the assignment. I created a column for total costs, and then you're going to be asked later to calculate accounting profit. Accounting profit is total revenue minus total cost. So I created another column where I could calculate that as well. So let's go to work on these columns, and let's see how this looks in practice. Probably the easiest way to begin is with total revenue. And I know that the total revenue, I'm going to click in this box to activate it, and I know that the total revenue is equal to the price multiplied by the number of units that I sell. And you notice that the price varies, and obviously the number of units varies. So the best way I can handle this is to enter a formula. I enter a formula by entering the equal sign, and the equal sign tells Microsoft Excel that I'm going to put a formula in here. And I said the total revenue is equal to the selling price multiplied by, that's the asterisk, the output, the volume of sales. Okay, so when I hit the enter key, I should get $330 times 1, and that's what I get. Now, I have to do that for all of the rest of the values in this column, but if you remember, I don't have to do that 10 times. All I have to do is move my cursor down to the lower right corner, left click, scroll down, and Microsoft Excel automatically calculates the total revenue for all of the values that that I've included in this table. Let's go ahead, since we're working on the totals here, let's go ahead and calculate total costs. So I'm going to click in this box because that's where I'm going to operate, and the total cost is going to be equal to the average total cost multiplied by the number of units that I produce. Alright, so I can do that. Equal sign equals the average total cost. Just click on it, left click, and then multiplied by again the output. Hit the enter key, and the total cost, if I've only produced one unit, is the average total cost of $365. I'm going to scroll, left click and scroll down to calculate all of the total costs, and let's do a quick check here to satisfy ourselves that we've got this right. If the average total cost is $267 and I make 2 units, 2 times 267, yep, looks like 535. Alright, now we see something in these cells that we didn't see before, and I'm looking at decimal points. The numbers aren't all exactly even. So the next thing I'm going to do is make all those decimal points go away, and I do that up here, if you remember. Alright, now I won't be bothered with decimal points anymore. Microsoft Excel is going to round off correctly each time that I calculate values. Alright, let's continue by calculating accounting profit in this column. You remember we do that by subtracting total revenue from total costs. So let's enter that as a formula. Equals, left click, total revenue, click on the minus key, minus total costs. Enter, and I've lost money if I just make one unit. Okay, if I make more units, will I make some money? Well, it looks like if I make 2 or 3 units, I'll make $13 or 13,000 or 13 million. If I make 4 units, I'll make 2, and then if I make more than that, I'm going to go into the red. And so what this is telling me, my accounting profit is maximized at 2 or 3 units, and that's something similar is going to happen when you actually work this out. So now let's calculate marginal cost and marginal revenue. You remember from last week that the marginal cost is equal to the cost to produce one more unit. So now I'm going to make use of that column that I made. If I made 1 unit and it cost $365, how much more is it going to cost me to make 2 units? Well, it's the difference between these two. So let's enter our formula. The marginal cost to produce 1 unit is equal to the cost to produce that unit minus the cost to produce the preceding unit. Okay, that makes sense. 365 minus 0 is 365. Let's take a look at our marginal costs all the way down. And you can see that our marginal costs start high, descend, kind of plateau, and then start climbing up again, which is fairly typical. That's what happens. As you increase your volume, you become more efficient. When you increase past some optimum size, you become less efficient because you're overloading the system. Okay, let's calculate marginal revenue. The marginal revenue for creating 1 unit is equal to the total revenue minus, whoops, I got to put an equal sign or I don't get anything, equals total revenue that I gain from producing 1 unit minus the revenue that I gained from all preceding units, hit the enter key, and my marginal revenue is 330. And if I click all the way down, I can see that my marginal revenue starts at 330 and descends all the way down. So that's how we calculate all of the values required in this table. And when you do this with your numbers, and I recommend you add a couple of these two columns, then you'll be on the right track. Okay, all we need to do now to wrap up the Excel part of this exercise is to plot the 5 values that are required in the exercise. I do that by clicking on the first column, scrolling down it. I just left clicked, and then press and hold down the control key. You use the control key because that allows you to select random cells. So I've just selected average fixed cost. I press the control key and hold it down, and then I do the same thing with the average variable cost, the average total cost. I don't want the marginal cost. I don't want the price. Oh, I do want the marginal cost, so I select that one also. I don't want the price. I don't want the total revenue. I do want the marginal revenue. All right, those are the 5 values that I'm asked to plot. Now you can let go of the control key, and you have the values selected that you want. You go up to Insert, and you're going to choose Line Chart, and just choose a simple line chart, and that's all there is to it. You have just produced the line chart that you need, which is going to help you answer some of the other questions. Okay, I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, you've got my contact information. Good luck with the assignment, and let me know if you have any questions or suggestions.